Hey everybody. This week I thought I would do a piece on creative discomfort training. Now, what does that mean? Well, I've been reading some of the commentary on the vlogs I put out there and going back with some people, including young people stuck in a divorce situation where maybe they're a teenager and their parents are getting divorced, and one parent is putting pressure either by their actions or overtly on them to cover for them, blah, 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 like soap opera stuff. I feel for those people particularly because they didn't make this mess. But what faces them is the same thing that's facing us, the people who created this fucking nightmare, divorce, or had it thrust upon us but still had something to do with it, blah, blah, blah. That don't matter. What matters is we all have one thing in common, the youngster who's unfortunately in this situation and us who faces it. And that is, while there are many well-meaning people out there, friends, families, loved ones, whomever, therapists, what have you, who can be helpful, there is no cavalry, bro. There's no superhero. Nobody's coming to save you. There's one person, though, who can. And that person's in the mirror. And in stage one, at least in my experience, and I would think most people, again, the compass is going all over the place. You don't know which way is up. So what we need to do is two things. One, we have to get back to what drives you, because that fire is going to get you through this and give you the life you want. And two, we need to have ice. So let's call it fire and ice. I may have used this term before, but I'm honing on it more. Fire is the inspiration we talked about. Free writing in the morning. Just write. Don't think about what this stuff coming out of you is. Just write. Express. You'll be surprised after a few days, 5, 7, 10 days, 2 weeks. Keep doing it every day. Do a page. It's okay. Whatever. Just write. And then get back to what inspires you. The movie scenes, the writing a book if you want to write a book, reading of books. Obviously, Bruce Lee, I'm a fan of his, and read his stuff. Surround yourself and invigorate yourself. Go to an art opening if that's your thing. I think you understand what I'm saying. Let's get to the ice section of this. I wrote down some stuff. Now, what we're trying to do is acclimate ourselves to discomfort and pain to a degree. Be smart. Don't be a frickin' moron and do some of these things. I'm telling you, if you have a health issue, man, use your head. Don't blame me if you don't have the brains to know that what I'm talking about here, what you choose to do, is not healthy. Check with your doctor. Come on. All right, so I used to do these stick fights in California, Hermosa Beach, the Dog Brothers, back in the day when we used to do it old school outside in the park around Hermosa Beach, California, stick fighting, blah, blah, blah. And the speech before that, Mark Denny, the founder, would say, look, we're not here to sue anybody. Don't be an idiot. You know what we're doing here. Be responsible for yourself. You can get hurt doing this. So I'm not going that far, and nobody's going to get hurt. But obviously when I say CrossFit works for me or lifting weights works for me, and you're like, that's a great idea. Let me put on 1,000 pounds and go in the garage when I've never lifted weights before, and you crush yourself. Okay. So, why? Why do we do this? What's the goal? Whereas the fire part is to get you connected to something bigger and you want to achieve. That drives you. But any goal is going to have discomfort in it. And also, you're in the middle of the shit, bro. I don't have to tell you that. It's discomfort. I mean, I've gone through, I don't mean to impress you with this, to impress upon you the situation. Do you understand? I'm not saying I'm all this and that. But even the other day, my children were like, I dropped them off to mom, and she was in the other room. And it was like, okay, Dad, see you later. Oh, I thought we were having dinner. I thought, no. Bye, Dad, because there was some tension there, obviously, with Mom. So here I am, like 3 hours from home, driving in the rain at nighttime, where my kids, we have that conversation, whereas I was married a few years ago and we were one warm, happy family. Do you understand? So I'm not here saying, please, Randall, whatever. I'm telling you, that is going to come up, that kind of stuff. And the way to train for it, if there is any way, even though there's not, is discomfort. And I swear what helps me rebound is by subjecting myself to some kind of growing oriented discomfort. For instance, we talk about cold showers. Now, there's some people that take cold baths. They take cold showers, and that's a whole nother thing. It's, something I'd like to work up to one day. But what I do is I'll take a warm shower, then I'll just blast the cold water for anywhere from 5 seconds to 30 seconds. And you want to gradually increase or decrease the temperature of it. Don't start freezing and, if you have a heart condition or whatever, going back to what we talked about. But that cold blast is, it just hardens you, man, mentally and physically. And it reduces swelling as well in the body, what have you. But a blast of cold water wakes your ass up. Now, about 50% of you will be like, I wonder if that's a good idea. I should research it. I don't know, maybe. Why? Because you don't want to experience it, so you're avoiding it. Don't avoid it. Just get in the freaking shower, and you're enjoying your warm water, and then decrease it to colder, and then eventually you'll get the really cold. And what I've started doing is, once I'm comfortable and warm and everything, I want to shock myself with some unexpected. So I'll go to cold, just boom, and withstand it, whoop, and you get to that point where your compass is going all over the place, and it's a parallel to what's happening, because it's pretty, even though you're doing it, there's still a shock. It's pretty much out of nowhere, yet it's coming somewhere in yourself. And I would say a lot of times that's kind of like divorce. We kind of sense it's going to happen. It just hasn't risen to the consciousness yet, and it happens, and there's that massive shock, like cold water. So I guarantee you, if you do that cold shock water just a little bit and increase at your own level, it helps you get through those painful times, like the folks I'm going back and forth within the commentary or reading about. It's really hard, man. I'm alone in this, or what do I do? Yeah. That's a fact, Jack. You're alone, and even people are helping you. It's okay. Obviously, it's great to have that, but at the middle of the night or whatever, the chickens come home to roost, man. And that discomfort training will help you get through it. I'm telling you. Don't go in there like a lamb walking into slaughter. Prepare yourself for this situation. Increase the I don't want to say pressure, but maybe it's the expectations of being able to withstand this kind of thing. The cold water. We talked about CrossFit. Now, any physical thing, I know that CrossFit can be controversial. I understand the arguments for that. It works for me, and the reason I like it is because, again, we talked about this, women as well, but men, just to hoist that weight, that iron, that fucking steel, man, and just to push yourself through it and around other people who are in shape and tough and call upon you to raise your standards, right? Works for me. I'm not here to push CrossFit. There are plenty of, you want to do yoga or running or the Spartan races are cool, but just get out of your comfort zone, push yourself, do something new. Maybe it's tennis, maybe it's a basketball league at night, but whatever, you got to break out of this kind of area where we're calcified and stuck. I'm just checking my time. I'm sort of at an average of 9 to 12 minutes, so we're okay. So some kind of physicalness, and you might want to try some meditation, as we talked about, is good. What about fasting? Like just fast for the day. We all eat and gorge too much crap anyway. For me, I have to exercise to get the diet to come online. If I don't exercise, my diet goes to crap. If I do, it does help me with the diet. But I'm not talking about like putting a lighter here and withstanding pain or doing stupid ass shit like going to a bar, getting totally drunk, fighting, or crazy stuff. I'm talking about discomfort training. What may be anything from balancing and closing your eyes to get creative, man. Blindfold yourself and try to find your way around your house and be smart about it. Why? Because we're trying to shake things up. We're trying to get yourself to withstand discomfort and be okay in it. Because there probably are now, or there will be, like I just alluded to before, situations where it gets tough, bro. I mean, if you have kids and, you know, they're waving and you're driving off on your own and blah, blah, blah. And I feel for you, I do, but my job is to get us and you moving out of that and creating something great for yourself. What else is there to say on that? I'd love to get your thoughts. Just respond in the comments. I think it's important to, I haven't always been the best at this, but you want to balance the fire and ice. Like, you know, the cold water, you start getting in shape, you eat better, maybe you fast for a day. Again, you get used to that discomfort. That's very valuable in itself. You want to have the fire section too. That is doing something that inspires you, maybe a museum or a new sport or talking to friends or whatever. For me, like, I want to build my social life. You know, it's like a wasteland. So I will just really focus on having dinner with a friend or finding somebody to hang out with or getting a date or something. Who cares if it's not my dream person, just to get out there into the world. That's a little beyond maybe where some people are now because you just had it dropped on you. But that's just something down the road to keep in mind. But it doesn't mean you can't inspire yourself. There's something there that's the goal that's going to get you through. The discomfort training is excellent and you should be doing that. But it's really the inspiration and passion, I believe, that will get you through. Again, start the book you want to write, open the business or plan for that, even if you're working somewhere else. Get back into that mode of the dreaming and to making something happen. And I'll close with this. I've talked a little about, but the founding fathers inspired me a bit because, yeah, old white guys, whatever, some slave owners, I'm not going to debate that. We'll save it for another one. But you can't deny they had balls and they set up a pretty amazing country here. So, and peace to our overseas friends. I'm just talking from my vantage point, someone proud of his country, but not, you know, thinking we're better than anybody. But anyway, so paraphrasing and butchering the story, George Washington on this side of the Potomac, the British over there, Washington's army's total shit. They're freezing. They're starving. Half of them want to quit. The nation, you know, this nation that could be hangs in the balance because this ragtag army is not in a good state and could easily go the other way. So what does he do? At night, he crosses the Potomac with these starving people in these boats and attacks. So to me, when you feel backed up and not sure and not ready, it's time to attack. And right now, when you're off balance and scared and not sure what the future holds and your compass is going everywhere, it's time to attack that which drives you. For instance, I want to write a book. I want to open that business. I want to travel here. I want to, whatever it is, the most seemingly inopportune time to attack that is the time to attack. And you'll find amazing inspiration in that. And it'll play off the ice section we're talking about. Ice training, fire and ice. Okay, I hope that's helpful. Let me know. I'm here for you. I have compassion for you, but I have to kick you in the ass a little bit to get you going and get us out of here. And you give it back to me and we're all good. Yin yang, man. Okay, talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.